What up? It's K.Honesty. Happy 4th of July, everybody that celebrates on the 4th of July, because you know some people celebrate on Juneteenth, but happy 4th to everyone. It's your girl K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7, Episode 17. So, if you have not seen the 17th episode of Season 7 of Tyler Perry's Sistas, turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this video. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I can't stress enough how much that helps. It helps a lot. I don't even know how to express how much it helps, but liking and subscribing, simple, free, easy way to support my channel and me. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words, and you will hear me say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'm going to definitely be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. And anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought of this week's episode. If I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, let me know in the comments, because I be hiding, I be forgetting. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. This week's episode wasn't bad. I'm gonna give it a B minus. This episode wasn't bad. I kind of like this episode, so I'm gonna give it a B minus. We'll see towards the end if I change it to a B plus. But for right now, I'm gonna go with B minus. So last chance, Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7, Episode 17. If you have not seen it, turn this video off because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Drink some of my coffee. Okay, so the episode begins with Jordan. He waking up from, Ethan drugging him. And he's all discombobulated and confused and whatnot. Then we cut away to Ethan showing Gary all these pics that he took of Jordan with these female and male prostitutes while Jordan was unconscious. So then Andy gets there to Jordan's, and Jordan's still waking up confused and shit, and he don't know, he can't remember what happened. And Andy just looking at this nigga like damn, you drunk that bad, you drinking that much. But she also feeling guilty because he drinking because of his sister being missing, and she know where his sister at. So she gives him like some aspirin or some type of meds, and it's like, how about I come over later, make us dinner? Just trying to put him at ease. So then we get to see at the bank, Maurice is expressing to Sabrina how he was feeling kind of smothered with Grayson moving in. And I was like, oh, so Grayson moved in. When did Grayson move in with Maurice? Because I remember in my last review, I was like, why the fuck is you at his house unexpectedly cooking food, cleaning his closet out? But the whole time, this nigga done moved in. I'm like, did we see the conversation of Maurice and Grayson talking about him moving in? Maybe I missed it because I be high, but let me know in the comments. Did we see that conversation between Maurice and Grayson happen? Did he tell Grayson he could move in? I was so lost when he said that. I was like, oh, so this nigga live with you? And it looked like, from this episode, it looked like Tony moved in with Danny too. It's just like, it's weird at this point. I don't know. But he tells Sabrina, like, all in all, he does really like Grayson. But like he told his little white friend at the lounge last episode, he just scared because of the whole thing that happened with Q. Rightfully so. So Rich comes in and Maurice steps away, and Rich is trying to apologize to Sabrina about asking if she was on birth control. He said the only reason he was asking was because he don't know how the whole IVF thing works. And then Sabrina's like, what, you thought I was trying to trap you? And that's exactly what he thought, because that's what he told Jordan and Tony and them. And they was like, nah, we don't think Sabrina that type of girl. So that's exactly what he thought. So then Sabrina's like, well, she suggests, like, how about we just put our relationship on hold for a little while until I finish my procedure? And Rich is like, oh, no, I love you. I don't want us to break up. I don't want us to be separate or whatever. And Sabrina's like, it's not a breakup. It's just like, we just not going to have no sex. So Rich is like, whoa, wait, what? He's like, well, what about kisses down, like oral? And Sabrina's like, nope. And I'm like, damn, so y'all can't even have oral? Like, why y'all can't do oral? Oral ain't gonna make you have a baby. But I guess it might have something to do with, like, if she orgasm and she trying to get egg retrieval, that probably make some eggs go to, I don't know how that shit work. Look. So then we get this scene in the parking garage of Andy and them work building. And Fatima sees Hayden all chummy up with Marie, and they arriving together in the same car and all that. So then she walks over there to Hayden, you know, tries to check him, you know, like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And Hayden, like, you still want this dick. And Fatima's like, I don't want that pencil shit. She's like, even if you was the last nigga on earth, I'd rather get eaten by a shark. We didn't get no Tamira this episode. Not that I'm complaining, but I was like, Hayden fucking this old ass. Like, I can't believe he doing this shit. Fucking this old lady. So then inside, Fatima calls Andy and is like, you need to hurry up and get here because Hayden and Marie came together. They all chummy and shit. And Andy's like, he just trying to take my spot, but don't worry. As soon as I get partner, he gonna be the first one I fire. I'm like, yeah, you better hope you get partner, bitch, because he just dropped dick off to Miss Marie. So she all floating around the damn place. Might be over for Andy and Miss Marie. So then we're at the airport. Tony, he comes over to Danny. He tells her, oh, I'm going to be late coming in because I'm having dinner with the kids and Tiffany. So Danny suspects, she already been suspecting that Tiffany's trying to get back with Tony. And that's it. From the scene that happens later with the dinner and the kids, you can tell she is. So Danny suspects that, and Tony's like, it's not like that. We just trying to show the kids a united front that we can still get along even after the divorce. And Danny's like, well, how about I come? And Tony's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And then he tells Danny, like, I promise it's just co-parenting between me and Tiffany. He's like, I think Tiffany's even seeing someone. I'm like, okay. So now Ethan, he's back at Jordan's. He gets to Jordan's, and Jordan's like, what time did you leave last night? And Ethan's like, I left at 9. You walked me to the door. You don't remember? And Jordan's like, vaguely, I don't. So then Jordan is he seems like such a sweet guy, but it's just like, we didn't ask for this nigga. We wanted the old Jordan. So him being replaced by this nigga is just not given. I don't know. So Jordan, he then apologizes to Ethan because he was like, I wasn't trying to get you drunk. I don't want you to think that that's what that was. I'm like, nigga, little do you know. This nigga setting your ass up in many ways. So let me get this scene at the salon. I was so rooting for this goddamn nigga Trey. That nigga pissed me off. So he comes in the salon and he's asking Pam about her business plan. How's it coming along? And in this moment, before we see what he did later that Karen took pictures of, he's, I'm thinking in this moment, because he comes in, he asks her about her business plan and all that. And the last time we seen him talking to her, he was telling her she should be giving out free samples or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm here for a nigga that's supporting you and your up-and-coming dreams and business or whatever the case may be. But it seems like he too invested in her business and what she got going on. So in this moment, I was like, I hope he's not trying to like scam her or something. Or trying to do something with her business. I don't know. So Pam, she tells Trey about the business lawyer that Andy put her on to and how he's drawing up the paperwork right now. And that she got investors and an LLC and ambassadors. And I'm like, I know that's right, Pam. Even if this nigga don't pan out, he at least encouraged you to do some more with your shit. So she taking this shit to another level. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this for the fireworks start. I don't know who I thought I was doing a review on 4th of July, but I figure it's early. People don't want to start lighting their shit till it get dark, so I'm like, let me knock this out. So, she tells Trey, oh, I took your advice. I'm going to start giving out free samples. So then Zach comes in to check on Karen. And they step away. He's asking Karen, like, the baby's been kicking. And this shit was so cringe to me. So Zach was like, are the babies kicking? Have they been kicking? And Karen's like, oh yeah, they do it at night. If I would let you come feel them. Or something like call you to let you come feel them or some shit if it wasn't for your bodyguard. I don't want to get cursed out by your bodyguard. Talking about Fatima. And I'm just like, that's so like, what do you mean you would call him and let him come feel them? Like, that's so weird, bitch. Like, that was just a weird response to him asking if the baby's kick. I would let you come feel them, but you know, your bodyguard. So, I just thought that was corny. I don't know. It was weird to me. I get it. Dads be want to feel how when the baby kick and all that, but like, you talking about you would call him in the middle of the night, have him come over to feel your belly while they kick. What if he get there and the babies ain't kicking them? It was just dumb. It was just the dumbest shit to say. So Zach, like I said, he's there to check on Karen. He's like, do you need anything? And Karen's like, no, I'm good. So this is when Zach tells Karen about him and Aaron making amends. And he's like, I was hoping that you and Fatima could do the same thing. And Karen's like, oh, I think that ship has sailed. How about you leave, Zach? Karen ain't trying to hear that shit. So Andy, she finally arrives at the building. And Fatima gets to show her personally the chumminess going on between Marie and Hayden. Before Marie then comes in there to speak to Andy. And Andy's, you know, she's wondering why Marie's there because, I mean, why at this point, expect her to be there every fucking day because every episode she's been there and you've been like, why is she here? So Marie comes in. She's like, oh, I'm glad you finally decided to come into work. And what time does Andy supposed to be at work? Because they always make it seem like this bitch is late. If she coming into work on time, then what the fuck is wrong with that? Because later in this scene, Hayden said something about if you were here early. Who the fuck likes coming to work early? I don't care if you love your job. Well, I don't know. Some people do. But still, it's just like, if she coming in on time, what the fuck is wrong with her coming into work on time at the time she's supposed to come? You feel like she ain't as dedicated as a motherfucker that came in early? I mean, whatever. Kinda, but still, whatever. So Marie's like, well, if you'd have looked at the news, you'd have known why I'm here early. I mean, why I'm here. She says her husband leaked some personal information of her on the news, but she seems unfazed by it, you know, because Hayden done dicked her down. I don't understand how the fuck his dick ain't good to two other women, Fatima and Samira, but it's so good to this old. I mean, I guess whatever. So this is when Hayden walks out and Marie's like, she turns to Hayden, how about you give them the details? And Fatima just like, ugh. So Marie leaves, and then Andy furiously, she asks Hayden, like, why didn't you tell me anything? And Hayden's like, this is when Hayden's like, if you were at work early. And I'm just like, what they both need to understand, though, is they co-counseling each other. So when one person's out the loop, it looks like they both out the loop. But now it don't, because now he's smashing her. So it's just like, it's over for you, Andy. Unless you get the drop on Hayden like you did in that last meeting, it's over for you. Because he done dropped dick off for her. So it's just like, she all sprung off the dick now. So he's like, yeah, if you would have been at work early, you'd have been in the loop. So he's like, I had my assistant fax you over the paperwork. And he leaves out the office. And Fatima's like, it's giving very much Eartha Kitt and Eddie Murphy. For those of you who don't know, but you should know, the movie Boomerang, you know, Eddie Murphy was a young tenderoni, and, you know, Eartha Kitt was a cool girl. Marcus, darling. So Fatima's like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to get to the bottom of that shit. I'm going to figure it out. It's obvious. Like, you can see he dropped dick on it. You could tell. So then Andy, she briefly tells Fatima about Jordan having that blackout. And she's like, that's not good. So they trying to make it seem like Jordan is like lashing out or just blacking out off the drinks because of Penelope. So then we get to see Maurice. He gets home, clean house. He expecting Grayson to be there. He's like, Grayson, Grayson. Grayson isn't there. Then he calls Grayson, one ring voicemail. Now that I know that Grayson was moved in, now I feel like Maurice did do too much. Because it's like you let him move in and he was cooking you something that's in the house. Because at first I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'd be mad you in my house unexpectedly cooking my shit instead of bringing some shit that you could have cooked. But now I understand he lives there now. So it's just like whatever's in the fridge and they a couple is their shit, basically. So now I kind of get where Grayson was coming from. But the rearranging the closet, I still stand on that. Like, y'all ain't that... First of all, y'all ain't been together that long to be living together. But if y'all gonna be living together, y'all ain't been together that long for you to be rearranging his closet without his say-so. So I still stand with Maurice on that front. But as far as him being in there cooking dinner, cooking his food, I feel like, now I'm like, oh, well, I'm on Grayson's side. He live there now, he trying to make you a dinner. So I get where the both of them coming from. Like his wife friend tells him later, like, you just need to talk to him. So then we get the scene, and I was like, okay, so we getting the scene with Tony and the kids and his ex-baby mother, his ex-wife. I was like, okay, so something shady about to happen because why we getting this scene? We wouldn't have got this scene if it wasn't nothing that we needed to see. So Tony gets to dinner with Tiffany and the kids, and Tiffany's like, your time's been getting taken away from Fanny, and Tony's like, it's Danny. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Soon as she said Danny's name wrong, I was like, okay, she's trying to get back. So the kids are like, well, why isn't Danny here? And even after the kids said Danny, this bitch Tiffany still talking about something. Because this is family time, and Fanny isn't in family. If you just heard your kids call her Danny, then you know what the fuck her name is now. So then Tony's like, I'm sure, he's like, I'll talk to Danny because I'm sure she'd love to babysit you guys again. So this one, Tiffany like, well, how about Dad spends the night with us so we can have a movie night like we used to? And I'm like, oh yeah, Danny was right. She trying to get back. I should have known when she came in introducing herself as his wife still. So we get this quick scene with Sabrina. She calls Andy to tell her about her and Rich's issues and the decision that she chose to not have sex. And Andy's like, well, we always been saying it's been up in the air with you and Rich. Like, you want a baby, he don't. Like, what's the point? And I'm just like, it's a broken record at this point. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's stupid. And then it's like, let's say she has this baby. How the fuck is that going to work? A nigga that don't want a baby but is with a woman that's having a baby while he with her. So Maurice, he goes to his little, excuse me. He goes to the little lounge hangout spot that he goes to. And he's chatting it up with his little, his little white gay friend. I ain't forget because I never learned the friend name, the white guy friend name that he always see when he there. And he telling him about Grayson ghosting him and moving out the place. He's like, he took all this stuff. So this is when the white friend suggests, like, how about you just talk to Grayson? And that's what I said, like, they just need to talk because I get where Maurice coming from with the whole closet, and then I get where Grayson coming from with the dinner and the... So as the white friend's telling Maurice, you need to just talk to Grayson, he ends up seeing Grayson across the room in the damn place. So then Maurice walks over there. Grayson's talking to some guy. So Maurice walks over there and, is Mauricing, as he will, and he pushes the guy away, the other guy away, like literally physically pushes the guy away. He's like, who the fuck is this guy? Whatever, something he says, and Grayson's like, that was my coworker. Maurice still ain't give a damn. He's still going off and all that. And Grayson's like, well, I mean, you the one that said that you wanted space. So I'm giving you space. So Maurice is like, well, I don't want you no more, and walks off. It seems like Grayson still has feelings for him, though, because as Maurice was walking away saying, I don't want you no more, Grayson was still trying to, like, grab him and talk to him. I mean, I hope this is a good guy for Maurice. But he's so extra. It's just like, we rarely see him having vulnerable moments. So we get the scene Fatima. She's bonding with baby Michael. And Zach comes in smiling. You know, he happy to see it. But he's also upset because Michael has been sleeping in their bed every night and he ain't been able to get none. So then he tells Fatima that he went to Karen's and had a conversation with her. And and told her that he and Aaron were good now. So then he said to Fatima, I was hoping that you and Karen could try to squash y'all beef. And Fatima's like, well, that's her. And Fatima's like, you need to tell her that first. I mean, he did. That's what he just did. But for some reason in that scene, he said, I will talk to Karen. You just talked to her and told her the same thing you just told Fatima. It's basically up to them now. You talked to both of them and said that you would like for both of them to squash it. It's up to them now. So Fatima's like, I'll try. So then we get this scene, Karen, she gets a call. I don't know if this is from her landlord. I don't know who this woman is on the phone. I think it's that woman that didn't want her to get that salon in the first place, that was being all racist and shit. But gets a call and she says that, look, forgive me if I don't get this shit right, but it was some weird shit. I was like, what? Says that her insurance elapsed and that her contractual grace period for her policy's premium payments has expired. So if she don't come up with the money, she said that they got her company card on file. So they specified that, and they was like, if you got a week to sort things out. I'm assuming that means if she got a week to pay it, or she don't get her salon or something. She lose her salon, I don't know. I'm like, girl, at this point you have to go to Zach. Or maybe Aaron. I mean, Aaron seems to have money, but like I keep saying in my reviews, I sound like a broken record. Where is his church, his congregation? When are we going to see him pastoring? He got family money? I don't know. So then she ends her call. And when she ends her call, she sees fucking Trey bunning up, kissing up with some other woman. And smartly, she fucking takes pictures because, you know, you don't want to go to your friend and say all this and you ain't got no proof. So she snaps some pictures. She like, got your ass. And low-key, that's not what I thought was going to happen. I thought she was going to see how good he was with Pam and change her mind. But I was like, with Aaron and Zach still lingering around, I should have known that storyline probably wasn't going to happen. I remember somebody in my comments said that, dang, what did they say in my comments? They said that, no, I think they said that. They said she was gonna catch him with another woman or something. I think they did say that. So cool. So shout out to you, because hey. So then we get this scene. Oh, this scene made me so mad. This is one of the scenes that made me mad this episode. But it was still such a good episode. That's why I had to give it a B-. But anyway. Andy, she's making dinner for Jordan. And she's telling him, like, I know you stressed out about Penelope, but you can't just drink your problems away. Because, you know, she's thinking that he blacked out off the drinks last night. So Jordan's like, I promise you, I don't know how that happened. And he don't. So, this is when, remember, Jordan had told Andy he loved her about 2 times, and she has not said it back. So now in this moment, she finally decides to tell him that she loves him back. Now, mind you, Ethan put that bug in there. So Gary, he's listening via the bug. And he's getting, you know, agitated by hearing the shit. And then Jordan, he's like, can I say a prayer? So they start saying a prayer. You know, he's praying for Penelope and her whereabouts and all that, and that she's safe. So Andy knows the guilt's building up. She finally admits to him that Penelope is in WITSEC, and she's working with the feds to take Gary down. I was just like, A part of me wanted her to tell Jordan because, like I said in my last review, like, he already feel like she been lying to him and shit. So keeping this from him is just gonna be like, But another part of me was like, I mean, Penelope and them is right. It's the less people that know, the better. But then in this moment, I was like, damn, I definitely didn't want her to fucking tell him. Because fuck, now Gary fucking know. She's like, you know, they want me to testify with Penelope. Gary pissed the fuck off. He slams his laptop. So the next morning, Danny, she's like, oh, when did you come in? And Tony's like, I came in, you was asleep. I low-key think he lying. Because remember Tiffany asked him to stay the night and they never showed his reaction or his answer? I think that nigga stayed the night and then showed up there that morning before she woke up and was like, you was asleep when I got home. I don't know, but... So Danny's like, well, how was dinner? And, you know, Tony's like, it was fine. He's playing it off nonchalantly. Danny's like, well, did my name come up? And Tony's like, well, you know, the kids asked about you. He's like, Tiffany didn't say anything bad about you. Except for the fact that she kept saying her name wrong. So Danny, she want to have the sex. And Tony's like, oh, no, you were asleep when I got home. I need to go to work. He all jittery and shit. If he smashed Tiffany, they about to all lose their niggas. They about to all be single again. I'm single again. Back on. So we get this final scene. Andy's parking garage at work. And Gary gets the drop on her. He sneaks up on her. And he starts showing her the pics of Jordan that Ethan took. He's like, I even got video. I was like, oh, Ethan took video? God damn. Well, I mean, if he got video, then you can clearly see that Jordan was unconscious. So I was just like, okay. So Andy's like, well, we got through one scandal. We can get through another one. He's like, why are you so obsessed with my boyfriend? So Gary's like, he's not the one I want. I want you. So Andy's like, well, that'll never happen. And Gary's like, well, he's like, once everyone finds out that Jordan accepted dirty money for his campaign. And Andy's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, I forgot when they was cool. Gary gave Jordan all that money for his campaign. So then Gary's like, well, you know, I get my money, my hedge fund is funded by the cartel. He's like, I thought you knew that since you and Penelope are working with the feds against me. So then he tells her about the bugs that he has at her house and at Jordan's house. So I'm like, oh shit. And I'm wondering, how did he get a bug in Andy's house? Didn't she have that guy come and sweep her house for bugs? But what timeline was that? Like, was that before? Because I don't know. Maybe Gary has been at her place. I mean, what Gary can't do? Because I'm thinking, like, maybe he could have been at her place after she got it swept. But why would you do that? Why would you have him back in there after you got it swept? So I think he did it sneakily. But either way. So, Andy's like, you're a monster. And Gary's like, look, all I got to do is tell the cartel that Jordan laundering money through his campaign and he's pocketing the money. They kill his ass. So Andy's like, well, what do you want? So Gary's like, he pulls out this ring talking about something, I want you. And he's like, I want you to make me the most miserable man on earth and be my wife. So Andy's like, you lost your damn mind, and tries to walk away. And Gary grabs her up and he's like, if you don't marry me, I will release this footage of Jordan and I'll put the cartel on him. He's like, I'm not going to stop until Jordan is 6 feet under. And I'm just like, why Andy don't be recording this nigga when she run into him? She need to be recording this nigga. He bugging your ass. For her to be a lawyer, she be just acting like lost sometime. Kind of like, if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop, you know Young Jock wife, she a lawyer, but she just not all there. You know, it's just like, some shit I just be like, really? You supposed to be a lawyer. You need to be recording your conversations with this nigga. She always get around him and then she just melts. She don't have nothing. Like, it's just like, what? It's so annoying. Like I said, this was a good episode. I'm still stick with my grade of a B-. Predictions, like I said, everybody about to lose their man. Like, what is Andy about to do? I hope her dumb ass don't fucking marry Gary. I hope she don't do that dumb shit. And like we said, we ain't about to keep beating this shit into Sabrina's head. If she don't hear it, then what the fuck are we supposed to do? And then Tony, if you slept with your BM, Danny find out, it's over for you. We about to get all the old niggas back. Next thing you know, Calvin's going to be showing up and Preston going to be popping back up. And Karen, I hope Pam didn't do that shit with her company card and shit. But she's still being a friend of Pam, taking those pictures of Trey, so it is what it is. Those are my thoughts, what have yous, for episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review, and comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought of this week's episode. If I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, let me know. And like and subscribe to my channel, please. It helps more than you know, and I review more shows than just Sistas. If you're new, you're new. And again, yeah, thanks for watching. See y'all in the next one. Peace.